Hallelujah! Hallelujah! That's 30 miles an hour on the B. Is it a B? 18B. Sorry. 18B, 30 miles an hour. Not too bad. There's 40, you can hardly tell. It's a little skittish. I don't have the trailing truck on. I'm not sure that offers much balance, but it might. There is a trailing truck painted maroon for this thing. I was just had to get it on the rails. Look at the smoke. I hope you can see the smoke. I hope you can. The silver hides it, but when it comes around you can. There you go. Headlight. Now there is a backup light, but I think my error here is it's not an LED, it's incandescent. And I think what happens is it starts to drain. Now I don't know where I am here. Oh heck. It starts to drain the energy off the motor, I think. And may cause something, I don't know. Not too pleased with it. I'm gonna get, and I didn't do the red lights because I couldn't find. I've used all my LEDs on other engines, other customers' engines primarily. That 60 is pretty robust. I'm going back down to 50. It's got a little bobble in him. That bobble makes me nervous. He's already dove off once, you know. Headlight's pretty good shape. The smoke's working as it should. That was as we thought it would. Not too much, not too little. I'll get the other rear truck on. I'm going to check the track a little bit. It's a little wobbly somewhere, or it's the engine, I don't know what. When that linkage is on there, it seems to be a little more wobbly. I could have an out of time thing, I don't know. But the tender came together fairly smoothly once I got the part designed and installed. I made a few extra holes. When you're building these things, sometimes you have to drill a hole and make a new one, so I did. But it's mounted, it's secure. I didn't have to do any adjustments or anything serious. Most of the things are okay. I think the one downside is the power input from the front truck is soldered into the power board, and it actually goes through a hole in the buck boost adapter. And the challenge with that is when you ever want to take it apart, you have to unsolder that wire. That's a little bummer. I would try to get them up in between the two boards, separate of their adapters, so that you could actually remove the adapters and those wires could stay. I think that would probably be a little easier for maintenance and down the road stuff. But all in all, I think it's doing what I wanted it to do. The reverse, when I back up with the coupler that I've made for which is a homemade coupler, okay, it is so unstable in backing up, it derails the tender. So I don't even want to try it, but I can tell you it does work, okay? It is incandescent, so it's kind of a yellowy glow. And the other part is it's using a few amps. I don't know, a few amps, but it's using more than I would like. LEDs use hardly any, but this guy does. So I'm going to replace it. I'm going to put an order in for LEDs to Evans and get that going. But as far as what I wanted for a plan, you know, the third round of rebuild, part 3 or whatever this is the third time I've had this engine apart and together a gazillion times. This is the third time, and it's absolutely stable. It's reliable. It does what it needs to do. It's got the mechanical puff and chuff from Flyer, and it's very nice, okay? It does have a LED headlight. It's got the good paint, and I've got more cars, and I can load it up and see how well it'll pull. But in my opinion, this engine is as good as it's going to be for Christmas, and maybe if I get some LEDs, I can add that, and maybe if I get time in between, I could throw a soundboard and speaker in there. If you saw the speaker video, earlier, I do have smaller speakers. They're not quite as loud, but they work quite well. This is an enclosed area, more or less, right? So you're not in a the problem I was running, the guy I was working with and for, I gave him engines, but he wanted a big speaker that would boom out because he was in the show halls and the exhibits, and he wanted his engine to be heard. Well, I kind of got in that mode, and then everybody got the big speaker, and not everybody wants it or needs it. Plus, they're all, you got to make room for them. Oh, look at the star now. The star light is actually on. You see it? As it goes by, there's a little yellow light inside. Right there. Maybe you didn't see it, but it's on, flickering. I think the wheels are getting the little burnished in or something. I don't know. So, okay, now it's 4:45, not much time, but I want to get something else done too, so I'm going to jump off. The Christmas train was broken. It did not run. It did not smoke. The digital board that I had in there was clearly fried. It had burn marks on it. I mean, the chip was just cratered. It was a serious failure somehow. I mean, crashing to the ground probably shorted something out, and it just says, nope, bingo, I'm out of here. Any rate, it's back together. It has standard pickups. It does have a next-gen pivot pin in the first truck with a screw. And I found that I think that's going to work out really well. I can put a washer, solder some wire on it, put it below the tender truck, and then just put that plastic flathead on top. And that really smooths out the tender, opens it up for a lot more things. In fact, the board that I built has a hole and it's flat. And then the buck boost is bolted to that. And there's still room for a soundboard and a speaker. So getting those things flattened out opens up the tender even if you don't do the all-wheel pickup. Okay, gang, I'm going to call it and get on to something else. I'll fill you in. I'm going to be working on my mill and drill the next few days to get that process going, because I really need to build a couple Royal Blue chassis. You know that. I got to build 4 of them, and I only got 2, so I got to do a lot more work on that. So, in any case, there she goes. I'll put on the main line one day, and we'll run it down full speed and see how she hoots. As long as it doesn't fly off. Okay, thanks for watching. Thanks for comments, feedback, always welcome. Tell your friends, sign up, get what you call it, subscribed. My numbers are great. I want to get them greater. Need about 200-300 more subscribers, and then I'll be getting the daily hour rate that I need, and then who knows, I might make $1. I'm not yet, but we'll see. Okay, gang, thanks for everything. Appreciate it. Talk to you later. Out.